nothing happened. And I slept in my pants. See?
Hi.
Good job.
Carlos, how are
Hi.
you?
Good. How are you, Monica? What's going on?
I'm doing great. I'm excited. I saw the movie and I'm obsessed. I love it.
I love it.
So the first thing that I want to ask you is, how would you describe The Valet and your role in it?
Well, The Valet is a fantastic fish out of water comedy, and it's good for the whole family. But it's really fun. At least what I like about it is the fact that it kind of switches between. It's a little multilingual, which I think is it's more specific to the experience that Eugenio's having. You know, whenever he's with the valet, with the crew, with the valet crew, he's speaking in Spanish, and then obviously for the rest of the movie, he has to do it in English. But I think it was just a really fun time working with Amaury, Eugenio, and Armando. I think it was a blast. I mean, we got to play around. So yes, it was a great time.
Awesome. And then you come from a comedy background. So what was it working with one of the most beloved comic storytellers?
Well, it was about time, is what I'm saying. No, it was great. I really loved working with Eugenio. I keep saying this because it's very true. The way he approaches comedy is kind of similar to how I like to approach comedy, in that it's because of the timing. He sees it as like I saw his brain working as if it was music, like the way that I could see him like working out beats and stuff in his mind, and it's just like pours out of him. It's like Mozart trying to, like he had all the music in his mind and it's just coming out. That's literally what was happening. And so it was really great. It was really great to share that experience and just kind of like play along and just kind of get in there with that style of, Eugenio's, he's a beast.
He really is. And was there anything you were able to learn from him or take away with him from that was different from what you usually do?
Yeah, I think I usually have a lot, like in terms of like comedy, like I think this was the first time where I respected Eugenio. I respected the style being a little bit different than what I'm used to. So it was really for me like letting go of my instincts, because I knew that it wasn't about being right or wrong, but it was a specific style that we needed to fit. So I was very comfortable just kind of like just letting him lead the charge in terms of what we were doing, which was great. It's like, it's all part of, also it's like, Richard Wong was the director, but also there was a little bit more of like, for the Spanish stuff, Eugenio was kind of like the de facto leader, so it was really fun because it was like working almost with like, it's two different vibes. We got the director, but then we're working out the comedy bits in Spanish with Eugenio. So it was really nice.
Well, and I think you see that translated as well when you watch the film, because there's so much great representation, even like Korean community representation and Latinx community representation. It was really fun to watch.
Yeah. Blends really well, doesn't it?
Yeah, it was great. I loved it. So you went from a television series, Hentified, and now working on a film. What was the major differences between being on like a television series and being, on a film?
The location. No, it's just a slightly different thing. I think the scope of films usually, because they're shorter, it's a little bit bigger in terms of like what you're doing. But it wasn't that different, honestly. If I'm being honest, like the experience of just like, you still have to sit around and wait. You still have to, I think maybe like it might be just like a little bit less, you're jumping into a project right away, as opposed to like this, like Hentified. I've just been doing 2 seasons of it. So it's, it's already lived in. I'm coming in, we're all meeting each other. We're going right into work for a movie and we kind of make it work. So in that sense, I feel like that might be a little bit different, but the experience overall has been pretty much pretty similar. I mean, it wasn't like Marvel where it's all like a green screen situation.
Right.
I actually just did a thing in Undone for Amazon, and that was a green screen thing, and that was like a whole different.
Yeah, the rotoscoping on Undone is like so amazing.
That was totally different than anything that I'd ever done before. So
yeah. That's definitely a unique project. And on a lot of these projects, you've been so lucky. You've been working with a lot of on-screen representation, like on a lot of what you've been doing. What does that mean for you?
Well, it means that I get to, we get to showcase what we're capable of, right? I feel like we have all been fighting. This has been a fight. We've been kind of like the community has been inching forward little bit by little, and it keeps getting better. I mean, there's still a we have a lot more to accomplish, but you see the progress. So I'm just happy to be at a point, you know, that it is taken seriously. And again, like with what happened with Gentefied, it's not just the people in front of the camera, but the people behind the camera also are getting a chance to tell the stories. And it shows how it comes out and how it connects with people differently when all the people that are supposed to tell the story are telling the story.
Absolutely. And I think both in Gentefied, but especially in the Valet, like the
Yeah.
representation is so great. And
Great
I was like,
collaboration.
was this made for me? I was like, oh my God.
I think it was.
And then my final question for you is, what do you hope audiences take away with them when they watch the film?
You know, it feels good. It's a feel good movie. I feel like, especially now in these times, it's good to have some kind of a escapist fun. I think it has a great message. And it just touches you. Mira, it touches you like right here in a good spot, right? You just you can't help but walk out if you're seeing it in the theaters, walk out of the couch or wherever you catch it. You wherever you stand up from watching it just walk out with a smile because it's a great movie. I had a lot of fun doing it, and it really shows. You know, it shows that the cast and the crew really came together to put a fantastic movie for everybody.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much for speaking with us. Congratulations on the film. It was really great. And I hope you have a great day.
You too.